pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, James.
Yeah, and congratulations on the acquisition.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
How long has that been in progress? How long have you been working on this?
The acquisition?
Yes,
About a year.
about a year. Okay.
Yeah, less than a year. Yeah.
So that goes back before the latest fundraising round. Then.
Yeah, before.
Okay.
I mean, we always had a conviction that consolidation needs to happen in space at some point. It's typical to new space sector, many small companies starting. Space is big, space is challenging. At some point, you need scale. We at Infinite Orbit are there now, and we always thought that if there is an opportunity to do a bit of M&A, then that would make sense. And we collaborated with Lunasa for the last 2 years. We got to know each other. The UK was a natural place for us to grow. And when we reached the level to go more to European level, it was a natural conversation to have. We had it on a plane, and when the plane landed, we already agreed already.
Good. But you said that UK is natural. Well, your previous acquisition was in Luxembourg.
Correct.
Yeah. So why not somebody else on the continent? What brought you over here?
There could be other people on the continent.
I'm sure there will be eventually. Yes.
Well, I think there are 3 or 4 big space countries in Europe. The UK, obviously, one of them, operating big, expensive satellites, home to many satellite operators as well. So it was one of our top 5 countries to be in Europe. We started back in 2020, a bad timing, COVID came, and we couldn't grow our entity in the UK, so we focused in other geographies for the last 5 years. And now finally, when we had a chance to do it with Lunasa, we did it. It was smooth, and we're happy that it went very well.
Okay. The UK government has really shifted its priorities in the last couple of years as well. Do you feel that that is actually a bit of a help for you?
I'm not sure what exactly you're referring at.
So that's more on the launch side. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But in terms of our market, which is in orbit servicing, it's a well-established market. There are assets that are in space, they need to be serviced. Both from a commercial point of view, we do life extension, for example, and from a pure defense point of view. There are assets who are already in space and they need to be serviced. It's not always a matter of choice, actually. If some of your most expensive and vulnerable assets are in space and you keep them this way, you could lose them. So I don't think it's a matter of choice. I think many big space powers, and the UK is one of them, are realizing that. And I think the offering that we bring, that we're scaling, in the last 6 months, we announced that we have SES, biggest satellite operator, for a life extension mission. And we also announced that we have the French MOD for a space surveillance mission. So we believe those needs both exist in the UK. And that's why we're investing to be closer to our potential customers.
You've come into the UK. You've gone into Luxembourg. You're also opening offices in Germany and Poland, from at least according to your press release.
We're in the process.
In the process.
Yeah.
Germany makes sense, obviously, because it is one of the 5 largest in Europe. But you're looking at Poland, apparently. What's that?
We're looking at, one of our key investors is Polish. Some of our key suppliers are also Polish. Some of our very key employees are Polish, and some of them work from home often. I think we don't necessarily see Europe as multiple geographies. Other, it is. Um, we work with suppliers and investors and employees, regardless where they come from in Europe. And where it makes sense, sometimes we invest in a country. If you take the ESA space spending from the last ministerial, you'll probably see that Poland almost doubled its contribution to space. So we see enthusiasm coming from our investors, from our employees, from our suppliers, and we're interested in this space out of the world. You can see the same in Spain as well, Italy, and Germany, of course. We see ourselves as pan-European. What exactly will happen and when, I cannot comment on that. But yeah, the end game is to be as multi-European as possible, as multi-country in Europe as possible.
What attracted you to LMO? The Luxembourg is quite small. It punches above its weight for sure. But what was the impetus there in particular?
Well, it punches above its weight by a lot. Luxembourg is a small country in population, area, and probably economy, but in terms of space, it's home to the biggest satellite operator of the world, is home to one of the most dynamic space agencies, very actively investing in forward-looking also in many aspects of the space, and in orbit servicing is one of them. So it was natural for us also to be in Luxembourg. And the story with LMO is also similar. We knew each other. We knew that areas of consolidation would come eventually. We collaborated in many projects. We complement each other in many ways. And when we reached the size of being the consolidator, it became natural, and also conversation were pretty fast. And again, the team are staying. We're growing both our teams in Luxembourg and the UK to actively serve our local customers, whether they're governmental or commercial.
Obviously, there's been a huge change with the last ministerial. The UK itself is pivoting away from launch to, as far as rockets are concerned, to being a launch partner, but they are still putting a focus on the satellite applications and satellite building. Do you see this continuing? I mean, what's your prognosis for, let's say, the next year or two? Do you see this still building, staying at this level? Funding and interest?
I cannot comment for how the budgeting choices of the UK government are going to be. It's neither my role nor I am very knowledgeable about it. What I know is, and what I sense, is that there is a common understanding that what we do in orbit servicing, in geo, and resilience of assets, life extension of assets, is a must in many aspects. What I hear often is there is a desire from the UK to be one of the leaders in IOSF, in orbit servicing and manufacturing. How that will unfold, we'll see. Will it be fast, big, or less slow? We will see. But it doesn't change our conviction in investing in this country, and it doesn't change our conviction in seeing a market as a whole as very vibrant and very promising. What we're building is very commercial. We're talking to customers literally from 20 or 30 countries around the world. We build this company with a commercial mindset. We build what satellite operators, whether they're government or commercial satellite operators, want, and at the price that they wanted it. And we are at the scaling level, where we're scaling, we're doing multi-missions, we're prime missions, and I'm sure that there are parties that they can benefit from that in the UK. I'm not too worried about that. We built something that is commercial, and that's, I think, the key thing. We're not trying to look at ways to push technologies that may exist or not exist. We built something that the market wants. And the UK is not very different from other countries that we work with. We believe they need what we have.